All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Columbus Caps. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Regular.
Go!
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson.
No.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's a good shot.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Check tight. Out.
Pistol.
To the right side, this is Henderson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Darrell Henderson with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set. Hey, come on. 45. Come on, baby.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch the pass. Watch it at the 6. Pull it. Half. That's it.
They go play action with Jackson. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be out right at the 35. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Love. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Hey, ready? Jump up! Jump up! Hustle, hustle! Hey, check Mike 45! Check Mike 45! Hey, that's
On 3rd down, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I'm coming for you, mom!
Following the interception, Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And touchdown! Mike Gesicki. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sione Taki. Able to run it down for a loss of a yard.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Real.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Taking a deep shot here. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Nicole Hardman, his 11th touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Caught by Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On first down, here's Love. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see.
22, jet, cover.
You don't want to
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On the set.
45 to mark. Here we go. Shift. Watch the shift.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Jones has it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Under crunch. Hey, check Mike 45.
6 man. Check curl.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. Complete to Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Move. Hey, we got 3.
Again, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Cut.
Go. Check. Smoke.
45.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Let's go.
4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 21-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 4 yards out. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road. Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive. Now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive. And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it? It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. And all the way in for the touchdown. Darrell Henderson, 78 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that? And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way. Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do. No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Switch.
They'll run with Love. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it. What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Throwing is Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Got an open man. It's Washington. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills cut into that lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so, because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Jam him, jam him, jam, jam. Kill, 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 kill. Up. What's that? Mike's 49. What's that?
2nd down, it's Henderson.
Defense, our time.
He'll have a first down past the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung here.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good, backside guys.
Nah.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. And he comes back with 1 complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Run.
Now Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Switch. Wide, get wide.
On second down now, it's Henderson.
Get there.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 35.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Last stop.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. So, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
He's going to rifle one deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Set. 20. 49. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a second and long.
49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic.
Hey, Orbit.
Defense. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Hey, we got to get to the ball, T. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Set. 180.
Mike, 49.
Run. Cut.
Here I come.
Henderson will try and run for the first. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Darrell Henderson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Game situation, let's go. Hey, check Mike 45, check Mike 45. I'm on.
Now Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Complete to Washington. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
45, Mike, 45. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put them off. 45.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Hubbard. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Love. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 7 yards there and a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Jackson now. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 16. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
At the 15-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Alert, 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 alert.
He's creeping. Kill.
Hurry, hurry.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Again, it's Henderson. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Set, 180.
Mike, 58, right there. Watch the pass.
Regular.
Hey, 58 is a Mike. Go 50.
Hey, Alpha.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be shot.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hubbard. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And the Bills' 1st down.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is Love. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Set. Hey, come on. Echo. Check 45's the Mike. Check 45's the Mike. Right.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Let's go now. Henry, QB drop. Watch QB drop.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson finding Knox there, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down, Buffalo.
This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Bravo. Long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 45, 45. Mike, 45. Woo-hoo. Check. Check the one. Match box.
To throw again is Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Hubbard. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Here we go. Here we go. 10. Touchdown. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
And Jackson throwing once more. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down. Back now in Columbus. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. four-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Jackson will throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where it is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, alert 33.
Again, it's Henderson.
Check.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Regular.
Alert 3.
Big Dad. Regular.
Tight dog.
Watch the safety creep. General West. What's that? Point it right. What's that?
From the 38, Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Matt Milano leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Two-jet bomber.
He's coming, double up. Check.
Hey, Foxtrot. Done.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's taken in at the 9. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
3rd down.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Jackson going to throw again. Washington's got it. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Complete to James Washington. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd.
The Bills on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 2. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
He was brought down by Denzel Ward. An 8-yard pickup. And the Bills' first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. You just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Mike Knight, hey, we got a seal. We got a seal.
Here's Jackson to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Jackson down. From the gun, he'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Jackson.
Here we go.
And he's dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Jackson. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
The try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
Makes the score at 42.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Red, 180!
Mike, 49.
Hey, watch this. What's that?
Mayfield from the gun on third down. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Henderson. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
180!
49's the Mike.
That's what I do. Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's that?
Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So that one will be accepted. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hurry!
Roy.
Real.
58.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
Big stop, let's go.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Henderson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Red, 180!
Mike, 49. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a
Real. Check 4, check 4. One touch.
Again, it's Henderson. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it's just their third loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.